What is up, math superstars? In this edition of Mr. Peterson Presents, I'm bringing to you Objective 0.2. This is just a review of elementary school to get ready for all the awesome 6th grade things you are going to learn. This is how to convert a mixed number to an improper fraction. So here we go. We are now given this mixed number here. We're given 2 3/4. And our goal is to convert this to an improper fraction. So first thing, we have a hint down here in the corner. The hint says the denominator stays the same. And so what we're going to do is we're going to write that denominator. That is the bottom number here, is going to be 4. And the way we convert a mixed number into an improper fraction, our first step is we take 4 and we multiply that by 2. So in our numerator, in parentheses, we're going to do 2 times 4. And then we're left with the numerator in our mixed number here. So what we do then is we just add that total to 3. And so that's our very first step. So here we're in step number 1. Step number 1 is we're going to write that out so we know exactly what we need to do. So once again, we take our denominator times our whole number 2. So we have that here, 2 times 4. And then we add the numerator, the top number 3. And now we're going to go ahead and perform the math here to make this into our improper fraction. So what we do is we're going to do everything in the parentheses first. So we're going to do 2 times 4. That's going to give us 8 plus 3 all over the denominator is 4. And that's going to equal 8 plus 3 is 11. And our denominator is 4. And so we converted 2 3/4 into an improper fraction of 11/4. So once we solved it with math, it's always good to draw a picture because sometimes, math, you see numbers, but it doesn't really make any sense sometimes. So what we're going to do is we're going to use pizza as our picture here. So what we're going to do, our very first step is I want to show you what 2 3/4 looks like. So let's go ahead. We have 1 pizza, 2 pizzas, and I'm going to put 3 pizzas on the screen. So right now we have too much pizza. And so what we're going to do is, to get 3/4 of our third pizza, is we're going to go ahead and cut our pizza into fourths here. And so we're going to count, we have 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, and somebody ate that piece. So we're not going to use that. So right now we have 2 pizzas and 3/4 of a pizza, but how do we get 11/4 out of this? So if we make equal parts we're going to use fourths now. We're going to cut each pizza into equal parts of fourths. So you can see on the screen how we do this. And we're going to go ahead now and we're going to go ahead and count all the pieces that we have. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 slices of pizza for 2 pizzas right now. And then we have 9, 10, and 11 total slices. And so we can see it with a picture form that 2 3/4 is equal to or the same as 11/4. And all because we just decided to cut our whole pizzas into fourths. So here's your practice. It is your turn. You need to convert this mixed number 4 1/2 into an improper fraction. So here we go. Here's the steps. Remember our lovely hint at the bottom, the denominator stays the same. And so we know our denominator is going to be 2. And at the top, we can do 2 times 4. So we do 2 times 4 in parentheses plus our numerator, which is 1. So there we go. Step 1 was to write it down. Now we can go make this an improper fraction. So 2 times 4 is 8 plus 1 all over the denominator is 2. And we have one last operation to perform as addition. So we're going to do 8 plus 1 gives us 9 with the denominator is 2.